Right, so the pipes here, the conduits are all fixed in place from the kitchen, and they are now all ending up here at the same place as the other ones. My father is plastering this quickly, and yeah, once this is closed, it can be then further prepared. Everything what comes through the floor, we already have cables inside those conduits, so the cables, they have another protective layer. That's why I used it like that, so to be sure that nothing happens inside the floor. But all the other lines, so between these points which come from the floor then to the other places in between, which is like here in the kitchen where will be switches, outlets, etc. This will be now pulled with individual wires. So why do we do this? Well, if you use individual wires, like I have it here prepared now, we have the choice to use color coding, and this is quite important when you prepare for the light circuits, because light circuits you have, other than here, this is the 2.5 square millimeter wires which we need for the outlets, where we only have black. I use for the phases here in Austria is typically brown, then black and gray for 3 phases, and yeah, then the blue is neutral, and green yellow is the earth wire. So there we only have 3, of course, for outlets, but when it comes to the light circuits, we also of course have our earth, neutral, and the phase. The phase is the always hot, and then you have additional colors which you need for the switched phases. So everything what is behind the switch, which can be either on or off, is used different colors so that you can identify them easily inside the distribution small boxes there. Okay, so I'm having here an orange one and a purple one extra, and this is then used for the switch phases. So what is the challenge now when we pulling wires between all these points is that, of course, here's conduits inside from one point to the other, and then there's switches, outlets, etc., different stuff there. And the challenge is to always pull the correct amount of wires and also the correct color coding, so that at the end everything can be installed without problems. Okay, and this is what we are going to do today, and I will show you then how this looks like in a bit. So this is the tool we are using here in Austria. It's a flexible steel wire, and this goes into the front, and on the other end we can just put some of our wires inside and then pull it through the conduit. Okay, and the pulling of wires is done. We can look as an example here at the sleeping room. We have the normal outlets which are now wired with 2.5 square millimeters solid stranded wires here. Always the same colors. They're going all around in the room here. And in this room we have one wall light, which will be a dimmable LED, and it is switched out of 3 positions. So in German this is called a Kreuzschaltung, so it's a crossing switching. We have two-way switches, one here and one at the beginning, but this one at the beginning will actually be a dimmer with a switch there, and this middle switch here is the crossing switch. So if you look how this looks like, we start with the active phase here, and then you have the 2 ways going to that special switch, crossing switch in the middle, and these are the 2 incoming, and then we have again 2 outcoming, and they are going back here to the dimmer, which is also a 2-way switch. And then pink purple here going up to the light, and is meeting its neutral there. And that is our full circuit. Okay, that was it for today. Next time we are going to install all these plugs and switches and make the final connections. Then I have to work on the main distribution panel, and we can then activate some circuits. Okay, thank you for watching today's episode. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please comment and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.